And welcome back everyone, back to True Fight. Here where the gaming's fun. Let's get right into it, folks. I did say that we're going back onto the Golden Saucer in the next episode, so we're gonna be getting up to some quite exciting stuff. I won't spoil it all, but here is the Chocobo races. One of them you can bet on, and the other one you can actually ride Chocobos later on. We have to breed them though, so I'll show you that shortly, folks. But first, I'll explain how it works. You get to pay 100 or 200 gil, and you basically flip over 3 different of the tiles here. So you could do 1, 2, 2, 3, or 3, 5, and you have 6 different chocobos, basically like horses, and you have the top speed and the how fast, how long they can go, stamina. So you want to look at them all and decide. So I usually go for like 1, 1, and then try and get one of them, and then pick a second one. So it's like kind of like 1, 4, and then 1, 6, and then the last one is like 6 and a 4 to complete the whole set. It's relatively easy, folks. I just wanted to briefly show you that. We'll go into this more detail. I'm not really going to show too much of the races. I'll just show you me coming to the races and back and forth, the breeding and things like that. There's plenty of breeding videos out there. As you see, I lost, but in the bottom left hand corner you can see the prizes that you can win. You want the number 3 thing because that's going to be the most expensive, and that will give you the most GP. Now GP is what you earn in the gold saucer. That's your money, your points. You can get a lot more through the battle arena. That's where we're going, but we've come here for one reason only, to get the keystone. And Don has it. It's here. If you come into this little area, it's all the prizes, and if you examine this stone in the middle here, as you can see that it's the keystone. Now Don will come in and he will speak to you and tell you how you can entertain him. So you have to play his little game, and you have to fight through some waves, and then you should be able to win the keystone so that we can carry on and go to the Tomb of the Ancients. In the next episode we'll be going there. In this episode we're just going to go over some finer details, just the last little bits, a little bit of storyline, the date scene. You'll see who I got. You can get all of them. There is a trophy for getting Barrett. I will be going over that right at the end. So this is relatively easy. You have to fight the different waves of enemies, and each time they will take away one thing. You have to roll the dice and you have to press it really quick. So you can see my level went down by 5 levels, so my attack and everything will have gone down. Most people know how this works, they've played it before. You want to equip everything to Cloud, the best stuff. Like here, Frog will attack you, but you could use White Wind. That's what I used. That will cure any status elements in the game. As you can see, I picked the Frog, so I got frogged. I've been put asleep by these tentacle things. You want to bring some Copacabana and some Maiden's Kiss. Maiden's Kiss, obviously a frog, so it will heal you from the frog status. Next, you can see that you've got a group of these snake things. You've fought them before, so it shouldn't be relatively easy. Just keep trying to get rid of the status elements and you should be okay. if you have the heal ability on, you can use Ensuna. These enemies slow you down a little bit and they poison you, so it is a bit tough. So remember to put cure on as well. In this sense, have cure and heal materia and enemy skill materia. It can be broken whilst you're in the battle arena, so it's good to have multiple amounts. Regen's really good, so if you've upgraded cure by this time, which you should have had plenty of time to do it for this particular battle, regen's really good because it will just keep you healing even though you're getting damaged, and you can concentrate on trying to heal yourself up or attacking. Next, I'm getting Cloud ready for another big battle. I'm going to try and win some big amount of points so that I can get his ultimate ability for his limit break called Omnislash. It's one of the best limit breaks in the game. By far, just some of the best damage. I'm just checking all my materia and making sure that they're leveling quite nicely. Then next we will be going on to the battle arena again and battling a few different enemies. We'll go over a few different things and then we can carry on with the story a little bit. Right, I'm back, so I hope you enjoyed watching that little bit. It's a little bit of a rest. You can just watch or skip to around about here. As you can see, I've made sure that I've got plenty of materia. I've leveled up majority of my limit breaks, and I've got all my items and stocked out so that I can do enough damage against the enemies. It does normally come down to what you have. Like, if you've saved quite a few of those others, that's probably a great time to use them on Cloud here, so you can recover your MP. It's a really good idea to save a few of the turbo ebbers. They're gonna be good for later on in the battles. There's gonna be some bigger bosses later in the arena that we can fight. I might go over them later, depending on whether you need to. You can look them up. They're not too bad, to be honest. As you can see, I've been trying to rake in quite a few of the points. If you lose, you get a tissue. If not, you get points. And then you go onto the right hand corner here, and you can get what you need to do. And as I stated earlier, you can get GP by earning points at the arcades. I did go over that in an earlier video, but you can do that by chocobo racing or trying to predict which one actually wins, and you get items, and then you can trade that in for GP by going to the respected person. There's plenty of things that will let you do it. Eventually I do get omnislash. I get it quite quickly. It's a lot easier to get it now than it is later on, generally, because you do have quite a few party members and you've got a majority of what you need to get. I try and pick up each item that you need for the limit breaks as I go along. As you can see, I didn't quite win this one again, so you get the general idea, but I managed to win it just enough points to get it just before. I was just trying to get a few more points to get the champion belt and several other items that you can get here. You can get the speed materia, and you can get the watch here and several other items you can get later by using the chocobo runs. You can get the running shoes later on, but by that time you don't really need them. You pretty much will have 3 ribbons. If you missed them, I'm going to show you how to make some out of the Marlboros. Next, we're going to go to the next area. It's the ghost town. It's where you can save as well for like 4 or 5 GP, and we're going to go to the next event. So here they're talking about Sephiroth and what's going to happen, and the Promised Land, and they're in search for the Megu energy, and the Shinra Corp are on the move, so they're deciding on the next move. If you want to see more of these types of videos where I don't talk as much, I don't mind. I generally do like to explain a lot. So Sephiroth's looking for the Promised Land here, and the black materia. That's what we're going to search for, him and the Temple of the Ancients, and that's where we'll be going in the next episode. Next, Tifa and Cloud will talk, or whoever you've decided to romance in the game. There is a trophy to romance Barret. I might be showing that later on at the end of this playthrough, if I've got time in between everything else. But as you can see, Tifa's the one I managed to get at the time. I'll let you enjoy this, guys. Here we go. So Cat Sif's up to no good. We've got to follow him, we've got to run around. When I first played this, I thought it was quite a barrel of laughs. It's quite funny. He was running away. But in all seriousness, you don't really understand what's going on until you've actually played the whole game through. As a kid growing up when I was playing this, I obviously thought this was hilarious. But basically he just throws the keystone and gives it to Shinra, and you find out who he actually is, and he's part of Shinra. He's one of the guys that is helping them, and you find out he's a spy. Well, he is a puppet, a cat on top of a squishy toy. He basically gives you an ultimatum, and he threatens the hostage Marlene, who is the daughter of Barrett. Also, you think that we will find out later on, folks, in a future episode. So he tells you that he knows where to go, and he can get in, but we can't go there until Shinra have been there. So we arrive afterwards, So we've got to go to the Temple of the Ancients next. Well, if you like this episode, guys, it's a nice chilled one. I didn't want to ruin it too much. You can read everything, or if not, you can look it up somewhere else. I'm sure if you're playing the game, you can read it and you can enjoy it yourselves. But I've played it quite a lot, and I want it to be more of an explanation rather than just me talking all the time. And here you get an Alexa, and then you just need to walk out and you will carry on. It tells you can go to the Temple of the Ancients in the tiny Bronco east towards the sea. We should head there now. And he asks who's gonna go. You can change your party anyway. Doesn't matter if you take a certain party there, you can still change them later on. And you can still have more side quests. You can go to Fort Condor. What I tend to do is I go a few times at the beginning. It's fine. You can go there at the end. You can have like 1 or 2 fights at the end. You still manage to still get the Phoenix material at the end. Right, that's the end of this episode. If you're new to the channel, hit that red subscribe button. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Leave a comment down below. Tell me how it was. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you in the next one. See ya!